Hi there, this is Lady Rosie Parks. I am reporting in on my feedback for starting on the keto diet. And disclaimer number one is I did not read up on it a ton before starting it. I was in the middle of a final and working a bunch of overtime. Like I think I did 15 hours of overtime that the week before I started. So those are my excuses. And results being, so far, I started on Sunday, today is Thursday, and I've lost about 2 pounds of water weight-ish. And I wanted to show you like some of the things that I've been eating on the ketogenic diet. So, first of all, what they want to call bulletproof coffee is start with some regular coffee, and I guess whatever flavor you want it to be, and put in heavy whipping cream, which has no carbohydrates and no sugar, no protein or fiber either. However, it does have 5 grams of fat. So with a ketogenic diet, basically you want to have more fat than you would normally, because that will increase your satiety and help you be full and last between meals. The other source of fat for this yummy coffee is MCT oil. So I wanted to show you what it looks like for me to make what I've been having. So I made cold brew coffee because it's less acidic, and I add in my heavy whipping cream and got my MCT oil. And usually I measure it, but I can't measure it really well one-handed, so that's about how much I usually would squirt into the tablespoon measuring cup. And then I got this handy dandy self-stirring mug because I saw another YouTuber use it, and I was like, well, that's pretty legit, and you know, oil and water don't really mix. So since it requires frequent stirring if it sits for very long, I wanted to make sure and get that mixed up really well. So, sorry my hair is a mess. I went to the gym and worked out. I'm very happy with myself, but my hair is a little frizzy. So right now I'm cooking some chicken and some butter. And I'm using thigh meat because it's fatty and animal fats are okay for this. So apparently the justification for eating fat on the ketogenic diet in larger quantities than you normally want it is fat is not what clogs your arteries, it's sugar. And so if you're avoiding carbohydrates, then you're avoiding sugar, and carbohydrates turn into sugar. The fats that are keeping you full are not what's going to clog your arteries. So, considering I'm a stroke nurse, I really don't want my arteries clogged because I don't want to be a patient. I really don't. Here are some asparagus I just cooked. I found an amazing recipe on YouTube from laurainthekitchen.com. Basically, it's just like put the asparagus on the tray, put on some olive oil, heat the oven to 425, and put on some salt and pepper. I use seasoned salt, and then after 10 minutes of cooking at 425, get the asparagus out and shave some Parmesan cheese on top, and then put it back in to melt the cheese for 2 minutes. So it looks like it turned out really well. Once that cools off, I'm going to taste it. And so one of the huge perks about ketogenic diet is you are encouraged to eat bacon and eggs and cheese, and those are like my 3 favorite foods. And I've said so many times, I can't go on a diet, I can't give up cheese, okay? So many people have their things, and like cheese is a big deal for me. Well, I'm having so much cheese, I mean, we might take a break one day. But I mean, hey, get some good looking bacon, get some avocado. So I had some bacon and cheese and avocado for supper last night. I love breakfast foods. I love those things at college where it was like breakfast at night. where we'd have those events to go to. I'd be like, I am there. Now, I wanted to do this with bok choy, but I was shopping at Target. My baby was expiring with her attention span, and I was not able to buy the bok choy for this recipe. So what I'm doing is, I'm going to go ahead and cook this chicken, and then I'm going to go out to Kroger later and get me some bok choy, and I'll add that in there. But I had to get it cooked now. And so another food that I'm going to be adding in is sauerkraut. I was watching a video on YouTube about the foods that you need to eat while introducing yourself to the ketogenic diet and your body's getting used to it. So they were saying asparagus, which is why I got the asparagus. The reasoning for the asparagus is it helps to repopulate your bowel with the, it's like a prebiotic for the kind of bacteria you need to process your new levels of like fat and vegetable consumption, because your body's used to processing carbohydrates so much, and so you have the flora for that, but now you're like starving that flora and you don't necessarily have your body equipped to process all of the fat and vegetables that you're uptaking. So specifically asparagus is good for that, apparently. And then sauerkraut is fermented food. So, you know, a lot of people encourage you to eat fermented foods for probiotic purposes. My grandma, who I call Granny Bug, makes an amazing sauerkraut salad. And so I'm going to get her recipe. But in the meantime, I'm probably going to add this in with some other random stuff that I'm eating and just see how that goes. See what it tastes good with. Do some experimenting. The bok choy. The reason I need to get bok choy is I'm really following this guy's video, Thomas something. I'll probably tag it in here so that he can see I'm taking his advice and that life is meaningful. But yeah, the bok choy apparently helps balance estrogen levels, and estrogen helps you retain fat, which is apparently why women keep more fat on than men. So I'm definitely a woman. I definitely have estrogen, and I definitely want it to be balanced, not just for fat purposes, but also if you have too much estrogen, I believe that can cause you to have blood clots. So, as I've already stated, stroke nurse, don't want blood clots. So, let's balance out some estrogen. Let's balance out our pre and probiotics and get this food processing well. So, I didn't have enough vegetables the first couple days and got kind of constipated. So, we are definitely upping the fiber and stool softeners in the meantime. And if you didn't want to know that and that bothers you, you're in the wrong place. If you don't want to know the truth, don't ask Rosa. That's what my mama would say. She said it every day of my life, I think. So if you want something that will sugarcoat body functions for you, then just go find somebody else's channel, because that is not here. And if you have more specific questions about how my body reacts to things, you can post it in the comments. If you have specific questions about the keto diet, or if I've tried specific things, please put it in the comments on YouTube so that I can look into it. Like I said, I am a total newbie. My friend at work, Autumn, has been doing the keto diet, and she was telling me what great results she's had. And so I was inspired, and she has helped me out and sent me a lot of information. I haven't got to read all of it, but it's really exciting, and I'm excited about my results so far. Not because of the 2 pounds of water weight. I could get those back in no problem. But what I'm excited about is I had breakfast with my kids at 8 a.m. Right now it is about 4 o'clock. And I have been satiated enough that I was able to cook this food without falling apart. And that is not something that I can normally handle. I get hypoglycemic because I will have 35 grams of carbohydrates for breakfast and a snack and lunch and a snack and supper. even on a 1,500 calorie diet. Don't ask me how. I just did it. Or maybe it was 2,000 calories. I don't know. So it's kind of a big, huge deal that I am able to function and still make responsible choices and cook healthy food. And all this time, all I needed was more fat in my life. Who knew? So, thank you, Ketogenic Diet, whoever made this up. And thank you, Autumn. And I'm totally sharing this video with you so that you can see I'm giving you full credit. And thank you, Karen, for directing me to watch some other videos about it. And like I said, please comment below and let me know different areas that I need to take into consideration, like how to stay safe with it. Like, I've been drinking broth to keep my sodium up. I've been taking magnesium supplements because, okay, gross factor alert. Here it is. You pee off your carbs. And as you're peeing off your carbs, you're peeing off your electrolytes, so they plummet. Do you want to drink Gatorade to fix that problem? No, you don't. It's like the most acidic thing in the world. Please don't ever just drink Gatorade ever. I've been drinking broth, and since my body needs it, it feels amazing. It tastes amazing. And so I've been having like 1 chicken or beef bouillon cube worth of broth and like 6 ounces of water, and it's great. And it's been helping control my sodium decrease. So I haven't been having any drastic side effects. I've been really enjoying this. So I will post again with part 2 of what I've learned, and definitely be looking for your comments because I need to learn more about this. So thank you again, and like and subscribe.